Can we pay off $60,000 of debt with a $20 bill?
Eh?
Last week, everybody and their mother jumped on this let's pay off each other's debt challenge.
And we even threw our hat in the ring, and I think we got like 10 subs and still $60,000 in debt.
In a viral video, Gary Vee said this.
Goodwill, garage sales, eBay, easy 100,000.
He claims that we can make $100,000 a year. That's perfect because we have $60,000 in debt.
With that logic, that means we will be able to pay off all of our debt in less than 1 year. We think everybody can come up with at least $20. So we're going to start with $20 and we're going to spend all of that at Goodwill.
And we just got back from Goodwill where we spent our $20, and that video is up right now.
Be sure to watch that before we get started as we answer the question, can we pay off $60,000 of debt with a $20 bill? What's up, everybody? We're Do It To It. Like we said just there in that intro, we set off to pay off our $60,000 worth of debt with a $20 investment. Then we're going to take that $20 investment and whatever we have made over the course of this series, and we're going to go after $1 million, and we're going to turn it into a $1 million channel.
Yeah. So being in debt is super hard, and a lot of people are in debt. We are not alone in this situation, and so we wanted to kind of give some inspiration, maybe, to try to take just a little bit of money and try to turn your life around with it. And it's a journey. Yeah.
We feel that most people have a cell phone, most people have some kind of car, and most people have $20 or can come up with $20 pretty quick. So that's why we started this challenge. We're going from negative $60,000. We owe $60,000 to being cash positive millionaires. That's our goal in this channel. Mm-hmm. And we've been doing these on little shorts. So we have made several short videos just to start this channel, and now we're turning these short videos into long form. And we felt weird just starting automatically and making people go watch a whole bunch of shorts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those shorts, we're going to run them through just for those people who enjoy long form content. We've already filmed 2 new episodes of us where it's actually just us doing things where you don't have to watch the TikToks in between.
All right, so the first one is going to be the first 10 episodes, and the next one will be the next 15, and then after that, we should be current.
Yep, so we'll be caught up, and you'll be able to see, we'll be filming like this, because honestly, when we started out, everything was like really short and spread out, so it was really hard to get a full episode, but now we're doing things where we're spending a couple $100 a week, and it's hard to tell like 30, 40 things that we bought or that we made in 1 minute shorts. Mm-hmm. So what we're doing is we're going to turn them into long form. We're still going to keep the shorts for those people who love the shorts, but we're also going to do a long form. We're just going to do both. And pretty much now we're just doubling our work because we love you guys so much and we appreciate all of you who are here. We're going to be taking these and we're going to be filming them twice. So everything we film, we'll do really quick for a short, and then we'll film kind of a behind the scenes, more in depth, talking about what we do, how we do it, and so on. What's up, everybody? This is episode 1 of getting out of debt with $20 by flipping things we find at yard sales and thrift stores. We even rounded up where it's $20 even. I mean, couldn't be any perfect.
These really cool wrestling figures.
And we also got these really cool beer stein glasses. They got like little divots in them. We got 2 of those, $1.99 each. We bought 2 guitars. Heroes for $5.99 each. We bought this guitar right here, and we also bought this white Fender guitar. This one already sold for $40.93.
Well, you doubled our money.
So we're going to take that, and we're going to put $20 towards debt and give ourselves $20.97 to go buy more stuff with. So we've already paid off $20 in debt. We're going to take 50% of everything we make off of every item that we sell here and put it right back into reselling. So we're going to go back to Goodwill, and we're going to see what we can find for $20. Oh. So we still have 2 items from the very first video, which is crazy to me that we've been doing this for almost over a year, and we made 2 bad purchases. We were not perfect at this.
We're still not perfect at this.
What were the 2 items, Holly?
It was the beer steins with the indentions and the Guitar Hero guitar.
Yeah, the one that had the black instead of the white.
We didn't have the cord that's needed for it, and so therefore it's very, very, very difficult to sell, apparently.
So we're pretty much on the point of turning that back into Goodwill if we can't sell it on a Whatnot show.
This is Take Back Tuesday.
And this is a series where we take $20 and we go to thrift shops and yard sales and we try to turn that into a profit so that we can pay off $60,000 of our debt. So far,
after episode 1, we have $20.97 to spend, and we paid off $20 of our $60,000 debt.
All right, we just got back from Goodwill. Well, Holly, what did we buy?
On Cloud sneakers. These are very, very, very expensive sneakers. We bought them for $17.99.
Yeah, it was 90 something.
Yeah, and then after taxes, it was $20. So
and we went ahead and rounded up, like we always do, because you got to give back. But we got these On Clouds,
brand new.
We spent all of our money that we had on one item, so I'm kind of nervous about that. Hopefully they go quick. They go for $200 brand new. I think like $225 on Amazon.
They still got the stickers on the inside. I mean, these are pretty.
These were like one time, like barely once. Since we were kind of freaking out about spending all of our money on one item, we decided to do a Whatnot show, and we threw our wrestling figures in our Whatnot. We didn't get as much as we could for them online, but they sold. So we sold these for $14 on our Whatnot show. We are going to take $7, put it back in, and we're going to go buy something with $7, and we're going to pay another $7 on debt. So we are now up to this right here on paying off debt. So thank you guys so much for that. So we actually did it. We sold these for a total of $90, but with after fees and everything, we got $76.85. So we're going to take the 85 cents. We're going to put that into the reselling category and take $38, pay off to our debt, go ahead and put it up there. And now we have $38 and the $7 we had from the other day when we sold those figures. Now we have a total of $45 to spend on buying things to resell. We just sold Mr. Potato Head Star Wars accessories for $6.88. So we're going to take $3 and we're going to put it towards debt. And we're going to put $3.88 back in to buying things to get out of this debt. Not a lot of profit today, but hey, profit's profit. Let's get back out there and buy some stuff. It was a huge blessing finding those On Clouds. I don't think we would be where we are today without those On Clouds.
Really
I mean, because like we said, the first episode, we only sold, we still have 2 things today. A year ago is whenever we posted, in July is a year ago, we posted that first episode and we still have stuff.
It set us on a really great trajectory.
Yeah, because we were in trouble there for a little bit. We were making it, but man, it would have been twice as hard and twice as long, I think, if we didn't buy those shoes and be able to turn $17 into $90, which is a huge
kick. It really set off a good pattern for us with shoes.
Yeah, we really started focusing a lot on shoes after that because shoes are great, and
turnaround.
And our Goodwill has a lot of good shoes. And
I don't know who's donating them, but they're donating great shoes.
Yeah, we've had several great shoes over the years, and we have a stockpile of them now that are selling crazy good. So super awesome to see that. This is Take Back Tuesday.
So this is a series where we take $20 and we try to pay off $60,000 in debt.
Can we do it?
I don't know.
So today we were driving down the road and we saw this sign.
So we're going to try some fast cash, if you will.
Yeah.
So we saw that sign. We're going to go into the Goodwill here behind us, and we're going to see if they have any records and see if we can turn a profit on them.
Yep, so we're just going to go in, grab a few records. And this honestly might be the first time we lose money in this series, but hey, we're going to give it a shot.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 records here. We paid $12 for them, so we'll see.
Not all records do they pay cash for. Mine, they just kind of said, we can't do anything with these, see you later. So I'm going to post them on eBay and see if I can't just double my money, which I think I could easily do. But yeah, they pretty much just said, thanks for stopping by, but bye. So it is what it is. On to the next. You got to live and learn.
It's Take Back Tuesday!
And this is a series where we take $20 and try to pay off $60,000 of our stupid debt. In today's video, we make some good progress.
We did.
Let's jump into it.
We are on our way to do something I think is pretty cool. Our friend donates plasma, and that's how he pays for his vacations. But, you know, I like to donate blood as often as I can, and they just opened up this place locally where you can go and donate blood and get money from it. So that's going to be another avenue of income. Okay, so I did it. The screening process was thorough. That at least took an hour and a half or so. And then the actual donation process took about an hour. Pretty simple, fun thing. Our car started acting up when we got done. So we had to drop it off at a service station and walk over to our mall to kind of kill some time until they could get it in to be seen. Pro tip, don't do that after you've given plasma, because I passed out in the Chick-fil-A bathroom twice and lost my lunch. It's been a very, very bad afternoon. So make sure when you donate plasma, you have a clear afternoon where you can just relax and replenish your blood and be great. It's been a fun one, hasn't it?
Over it. But hey, we got $100.
That's it. We got $100. Okay, on our way to do. Well, I'm on my way to do the second plasma donation. Hopefully, this time it goes a whole lot better.
I made her eat today.
Yeah, I ate, and I'm drinking plenty of water. And we took the car to the shop, and it's good now. So hopefully, we don't have what we had happen last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so just got done with my second donation. It took a long time to do it this time. Saturdays are not it. They were so slammed. Oh my gosh. It took at least an hour before I could even get called back to do the things. It took an hour to do the beginnings of it, and then I got back there. I was able to donate within 45 minutes. So I think overall the appointment on a good day when it's not slammed should take an hour. We did that blood bank straight to the bank with it.
That's right. So if you want to donate, and if you live in Paducah, Kentucky, and you want to use Holly's name,
use my name.
You could get us
You know
extra
me.
$100, and
Yeah.
that'll go straight to the debt challenge, and we'll give you a shout out on this
you
channel.
will help us out so much.
Yeah. So that is what we've done today. And instead of taking 50% of this and put it back into selling, we're going to go straight to debt with
100%.
these.
Yeah.
100% straight to debt. We've got enough to still buy stuff. We've got $30-something to buy things. So we're not going to do that yet. If we need something, we might take 50% or a couple of bucks from it. But today, we're going to put all of it straight to debt.
It's Take Back Tuesday.
This is a series where we take $20 and we try to turn it into the $60,000 worth of debt that we've incurred over being stupid. Let's get into the episode. We got this Lego set here. It goes for about $20 online. We paid $4.99 and got this cool car here. We also paid $4.99 for it. We rounded up after taxes and everything, $11.
All right, and here we have a Squishmallow that is a Stingray named King. And then we found some of these really nice New Balance shoes. Little Scrubby Dub is going to make that look real nice. And then after that, we found this really cool Aladdin doll, and we spent $13.
Found two games, Trivia Pursuit, Lord of the Rings, and Clue. These two go for quite a bit online, and this plate for 99 cents. So for the challenge, we spent a total of $6 after rounding up.
So we did not make any money this past week for our challenge. So hopefully things get rolling here pretty soon. We're going to try to jump back in, get some money from Plasma. We might take $20 from that if we don't sell anything, just to get some other things to sell, because right now eBay is slow. So
Yeah, so better luck next.
Yep, so maybe next
Tuesday.
time. So we started doing plasma. Holly was a champ with that. I'm too afraid of needles. Everybody's like, why's your husband not doing it? I'm so afraid of needles, guys. It has been a problem all my life. I have not been able to give. And now I just found out, whenever I was just about to get the courage to do it, they changed companies, and I found out, no, it's worse. They're only giving the first 300. They're not, you don't get 8 times for $100. You only get 3 times for $100. So you only get $100 for the first 3 times you give.
$300.
It is $300, but man, that's not worth it.
It is worth it. It's $300, and the only way to get through it is to do it.
Yeah.
Can I get an amen from the people who are not afraid of needles?
I'm so afraid of needles, guys.
Just do it. You got on to your daughter for not being brave.
Oh man, listen. And at this time, we also started realizing that there's a slowdown in eBay. Like, there's a very big slowdown during the summer months. So we would buy things and we'd sell it, and then we would buy some more stuff, and it just took forever for those things to sell.
It's like during the summer months, nobody's thinking about buying anything online because I guess it's nowhere close to like Christmas, or they're not stuck inside looking at their phones.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah, a lot of people are just focused on vacationing, getting out, doing some fun stuff during the summer, have the kids around so they're not looking at buying stuff. I don't know. It was a big slowdown over the summer when we realized this. So we kind of started at a rough time, but we still made it through. So keep pushing through if you're doing this journey, but there is a slowdown during the summer. So just be ready for that and prepare for that. So if you're trying to save money for a certain thing that happens in the summer, you need to start saving earlier than what you expect, because it does take a while to get there during the summer months.
And also a key to eBay is to consistently post. They will push your stuff if you consistently post. You got to be nice to the eBay gods.
The more that we bought, the more that we were able to post, the better off we were. So I would highly recommend, if you're doing this, not just with $20, find a whole bunch of stuff around your house. And if you have 100 things you want to sell, post like 2 or 3 a day. And just consistently post, so that way you have 50 days where you can post things and get that routine going where eBay's like, okay, these people are consistently doing it. Or if you only have 50 things, post 1 a day. Just be consistent with whatever you have. Just know that you need to keep that consistency throughout. So let's get back into some more episodes.
It's Take Back Tuesday.
This is a series where we take $20 and we try to turn it into the $60,000 worth of debt that we have accumulated over the lifetime of our marriage.
Yeah, pretty much. So in this last 7 days, I was able to give one time, because I was sick, so I had to wait for antibiotics to get out of my system, but I gave once.
We're going to take $25 of what she just made from the $100 of Giving Blood.
From my blood.
And we are going to put that on a gamble. I don't recommend gambling, but we thought this would be fun. We got 2 of the LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant cards. We bought 2 of those for a total of $25.46. And you have a chance to win a $100,000 autographed card out of those. You might be sent one. We bought 2. All right, so we just got back from a yard sale on this beautiful Saturday, but they looked like they were just trying to get rid of stuff, and they were agreeing to every other deal that somebody would ask them. So I thought I would say, hey, would you take all of it for $3? And they said yes. So I got $1 off, and I bought all of this for $3. We bought this Fast and the Furious car for $2 technically, because they got $1 off. We bought this Furby. The lid's here, like the box is garbage, but it still has the original box. I thought that was cool. No idea what it cost. I'm going to throw a comp right here. This last one, I thought I hit the jackpot. I'm just glancing down, and I see an autographed Lions mini helmet that says Hall of Fame 92, and the name starts with a B. I'm thinking it's Barry Sanders right off the top of my head. I pick it up, tuck it underneath my arm, don't show any emotion. I'm like, I'm getting out of here with the Barry Sanders. Come to find out, it was not Barry Sanders. It's a Liam Barney.
We just sold this Furby for $28.40 exactly.
Yep. So we're going to take the 40 cents, put it into the reselling, and we're going to take $14, pay it for debt, and then we're going to take $14 to have where we can spend. So moving on up. So that gamble
did not pay off.
Yeah, I don't think we ever talked about that in another episode. If we did, I'm not 100% certain on that. You'll see it in the future if we did. But we did not get, we got 2 just the regular cards. We didn't even get like a numbered card or anything.
Nothing good.
So
it was such a waste.
Yeah, it was definitely not great. So, but if we did hit that card, would have been huge. But like I said, it was a gamble and we had the extra money, so why not take advantage of it? Yeah, we lost. Yeah, I still have 2 LeBron cards. If anybody wants one out there, let me know. $150 a piece.
Okay.
Just kidding. What's up, everybody?
It's Take Back Tuesday.
This is a series where we take $20 and we try to pay off the $60,000 worth of debt that we have. And we have $20.64 to spend. I think we should go shopping. All right, so we got this plush from Inside Out. We got this Toy Story mug. We got this Starbucks mug. And this Martha Stewart pan. We bought all this stuff for $8 after rounding up and taxes and all the fun stuffs. All right, so we bought these 3 CBs. It was $5.99 for those. Bought this purse. It's a pretty nice little company here. Some purses sell for $80, but I think that one's like $40. I'd probably take $30 and call it a day. In this Oakley case, for all of these things, all three of these things, I paid a total of $12 after rounding up and after taxes and fees and all that good stuff.
Poor, penniless, bankrupt, no more money.
Ladies and gents, we sold some stuff.
We did it. We sold this Starbucks mug right here featuring the good old bluegrass state of Kentucky for $7.38.
Yep, we also sold this purse.
Dooney and Burke.
We sold it for a total of $26.20.
We sold this Lego set for $7.31.
So we have a total of $40.89 that we have sold out of these three items. We're going to go ahead and divide that in half. We go $20.89 back into reselling and $20 to pay off debt. Breaker 19. So we just sold this CB, one of the three that we bought. We sold this for a total of $16.85, which is more than what we paid for that entire haul that we went to Goodwill for.
We sold this Oakley's case for $7.09.
Which is also just straight profit because it was in that lot. And to the record company who wouldn't buy my records, I don't need you. I sold one.
Ha.
I sold it for $5.86.
Okay, so that means $14.80 goes back into reselling, and we put $15 to debt.
I found this awesome skillet. This thing was $9.99, and I looked up comps, and they were selling for $175 online. So I was super excited about that, and I got it home, and I got looking online, and every other one didn't have the copper. They had like a chrome looking to it. We started looking it up, and this is a very rare version of this skillet. And I listed it for $325, and I bought it for $9.99. I'll probably take like $250 for it, but I've got it listed pretty high because there's none out there like it. There was no sold comps, nothing about this thing. So super stoked to have this skillet on hand.
It's Take Back Tuesday.
This is a series where we take $20 and we try to pay off our $60,000 worth of debt, but we're working away, we're chipping away at it.
Not a big chip this week, though.
Yeah, not a big chip at all.
We sold a Starbucks mug. It went wonderfully. It got delivered, last week's episode. And it showed up broken.
Handle snapped off of it.
We had to refund it, not only the purchase price, but shipping as well, even though we didn't want the item back. That's nuts, eBay.
So I think it was because they paid for shipping, so they paid that much, so we had to cover their cost as total. But I get it. It just hurt because we are kind of on a tight budget right now. So
$14.46.
Yeah. So that really hurt. So I went to buy some stuff, and this is the stuff I got. I just got back from the Goodwill, and I enjoy buying little things that sell for like $15, $20 that I buy for 99 cents. Like this right here is a Weight Watchers calculator thing. This thing right here, 99 cents, sells for like 14, 15 bucks. It sells for like 14 bucks. I'm paid for it. So I don't know, like $8 profit. This right here sells for about 10, 99 cents right there. This PlayStation 2 for parts is going for 24 bucks. I paid $18 for all of this stuff, and I know I'm gonna make my money back on those four things, so I was able to take a gamble. These are Yeezys. There's an app that you can authenticate sneakers from, and I'm gonna do that to these and make sure they're legit before I try to put them online and get in trouble for trying to sell fake Yeezys. After buying that, I went to post it on eBay, and eBay shut us down.
So eBay has this wonderful limit thing, and apparently we hit the limit this month. When we tried to upload some stuff, it started charging us fees on fees, man.
I uploaded two things, and it cost us 35 cents each, so 70 cents we have to take away because I uploaded things and didn't realize that it was charging us. And the reason that makes sense is because we actually don't only do this challenge. We have a YouTube channel where we do feature-length videos on reselling as well that we started. We're going from $100 to $1 million. And we were posting a lot of the stuff from that series as well. If you want to check that out, it's on our YouTube channel, Journey to $1 Million. But, so we posted all that stuff, and then it was like the 28th, I think. So we had like 3 days of the month where we just couldn't post anything, and it killed our store. And it was a holiday weekend, and we had to go do a craft show with her. and we weren't able to post anything because we left everything at home and I didn't take pictures. So it was rough. It was a rough week.
Yeah. Take Back Tuesday took us.
Yeah, but we did have a sale to save the day here at the end of the week. We sold Mr. Plushie King. He's a Stingray, really cool little plush. We sold him for $16.52. So this saved us for sure. Because we're in the negative over this refund, we've decided to go ahead and put all this money towards reselling so that we can get out of the negative. We have a goal. We're going to try to break 300 this week. That's our goal. We're going to try to make $300 in profit because we're free to go now. And we got all the stuff we just showed you that we posted. Hopefully that stuff starts bringing in some income because we have been stalled way too long and we're going to be posting like crazy. As soon as something sells, we're going to go buy some more stuff. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Guys, so that mug was so heartbreaking and we didn't realize that it was going to be, we didn't realize it was going to be returned. So we went and bought stuff with the money that we still had that we actually used on that. And because of that return, it put us in the negative for the first time in this entire episode. Luckily, we had something sell there towards the end to break us back to the cash positive.
But after that, it started him really wrapping stuff to like perfection. We actually had a comment put on our eBay that said, I thought I was unwrapping because of how much it was packed.
Yeah, I will, and I stopped doing glass because of that as well. Because
that's another reason.
Yeah, I just stopped doing glass.
So much glass break, y'all.
Yeah,
glass is hard.
I still have a lot of it too. Like it's really hard to sell as well. It moves slow. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm slowly moving out of right now. I still have a lot of it, but man, I wouldn't recommend doing glass.
Glass is just hard, and to get it from point A to point B is very difficult.
And it's so easy for somebody to rip you off by buying the exact same thing and then sending it back to you.
We think
we had something that got sent back to us that had a mark on it that wasn't on the original, and I don't know, it made me think that we got ripped off, but I don't know. I'm not going to say that person ripped me off, but I really think they did. But that's why we stepped away from glass, because it's too easy to say that's wrong. That's why we're moving into clothing and shoes mostly, because those things are hard to mess up.
Well, and we did glass because when we first started this journey, we watched a video about how this guy was like, oh, be a millionaire off of selling mugs and stuff like no.
Yeah, Gary Vee messed us over, man.
You are
that mug
liar.
Life is a lie life.
You are a liar, sir. I do not like you. Yeah. You and the Danos man. I don't like you.
What's Danos have to do with this?
The guy that lied to me about the chicken and dumplings recipe.
Oh my gosh.
This is Take Back Tuesday.
This is a series where we take $20 and we turn it into the $60,000 worth of debt that we have acquired. I was able to get blood twice this week, and so that gives us $200 from blood. And since last week was such a terrible reselling week, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that. We're going to take $20 and put it back into reselling and $180 to debt. Yeah.
This Loungefly cost us $22 after tax and fees. Super pumped about this little bag. One is sold for $85. So I think we can easily get $60 for it. You know, pretty much triple our money, call it a day. I might put it on there for $70, try to sell it quick. But R2-D2... Loungefly Star Wars Edition. This is huge. This is the most we've made out of this whole series so far. We sold two things. Yeah. First thing we sold
was this R2-D2 Loungefly for $68.93.
Then we sold this pan. I told you I was listing it for $325. Guess what? It sold for $325. But exciting. After fees and everything like that, eBay got their cut. This sold for a total of $271.24.
So now that means that we're going to put $170.17 towards debt and $170 back into reselling.
Because the total was $340.17. All right, we got this really cool Disney, looks like Chinese writing on it. Comes with like several little characters that you can Velcro to this thing. Pretty neat. I don't know how much that goes for, but we paid $4.99 for it. We got two pair of Hokas. We got these really cool pink ones and these blue ones. We also have a Broncos hat. It's fitted. That's a pretty decent size, so I picked it up for pretty cheap. That was $1.99, and we spent a total, after rounding up, of $65 for all 5 of these things. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this. These are little characters that I think I can do a whatnot for $2 for $1 and make double, triple my money.
We just sold these really cool looking Hokas. Sold them on Facebook Marketplace for 60 buckaroonies.
Today we went to Goodwill and we spent a total of $28. We bought 2 things for $28. We went back and they had another pair of these Hokas, but that are all black. So I'm super pumped about these. They're slick. I think those will sell within a couple of days, personally. And this tractor thing right here, got it for 99 cents. But this thing right here alone goes for 35 bucks.
Got some shoes here. Used. These shoes go for 70, brand new 130, and we paid $25 for them.
Just got back from the Goodwills. We bought this Disney DVD. It's new. You need to connect to it. I think it's like you can actually visit the park. I don't know. It's Disney. I feel like Disney sells good anywhere you go. It was only $1.59 new in package, so I picked it up. And I got these 2 Calvin Klein bags. They look like they're a set, so I picked them both up. Picked up all 3 of these items for $12. So not a bad pickup. We picked up these Chacos, really nice condition, for $3.
Got a really cool pickup here. It's like a little Loungefly looking bag. It's a Danielle Nicole. It is American, Captain America popsicle style. I think this is going to sell really well. We bought it for $22, so I'm hoping that we'll get a really good return on it because it's in great condition.
Guys, it took us 9 episodes, but we finally started making some good money. We finally started
Skillet and that Loungefly was like,
oh my goodness,
here. If we see Loungefly, it's ours.
Yeah. If it's under $30, I'm buying it.
Yeah. And Hokas
are fire.
Are great. Because I know I worked in healthcare. Everybody I worked with either wore Hokas, Brooks, or On Clouds. Yep. Those are the 3 things that you always saw in the hospital, and we are constantly looking for a good deal. So eBay it was.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about shoes right now. Like, I mean, you can see here that this is really starting to take off, and we saw that, and we started buying a ton of shoes. But we made over $300 of profit on the beginning of this episode, and that really set us up to be able to spend some money and get a little bit ahead so that we can buy some stuff. Something we did not mention in these videos so far, you might be sitting here thinking, well, you got to ship all this stuff off. How do you do that? We have a cardboard company that goes around and picks up cardboard, and they allow us to go in and take cardboard from them if we want. We would always bring in like our cardboard that didn't look like a good shipping box, and we would take all the shipping boxes that people brought. Yep. And I got my mother-in-law, I got my mom, I got all my family buying, like, whatever they buy off Amazon.
Stuff. Yeah, we get their boxes.
Yeah, they buy something off Amazon, they give you their Amazon boxes. So up to this point, we haven't really had to have any other boxes. We would find boxes that worked. Oh, and if we sold something, we'd run up to that place that did recycling, and we would just find a box that would fit the shoes, find the box that would fit the pan. The pan was the hardest thing, but
was difficult.
But yeah, we got some good money, and whenever you're making some good money, it's about time to invest in your business, right?
Yeah.
All right, that is where we're going to end this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We definitely had some good turnover. Let's see here how much we got. Okay. Those are awesome. Minus money. How you try to turn it into the 16 of these. These sold for $29.21, which means we're going to put $15 towards debt. And we're going to put $14.
It's Take Back Tuesday.
This is a series where we take $20 of cash money and we try to turn it into the $60,000 that we owe random banks.
We have a little bit over $81.
Yeah, let's go spend it. We spent a total of $58 on these items, and this is what we got. We got these fish sandals. They were awesome. Had to pick them up. Got this Funko backpack. Pretty cool little backpack. Got these 2 snow globes. Got this camera for $3.99. It sells for perfect condition around $100. So if this works, I could probably get around $100 to $80 for it pretty easy, and I paid $3.99. Got this shirt new with tags. This shirt new with tags. Louisville shirt, new with tags. This shirt, new with tags. This shirt, new with tags. New with tags. This shirt. This shirt, not new with tags. I think the camera alone's gonna go for 80. So if it sells for 80, then everything else is just straight profit. And all these shirts, the MSRP on them is 40 bucks. So I can sell them for half price and make a killing off this sale. So super pumped. Let's go. We got quite a bit of stuff that sold today, so super pumped about that. We had a whatnot last night, and we've sold several things on eBay.
We sold a lot of these doorables.
We sold all these to one lady, and she won a giveaway with this one. We had 2 of him, so we gave one of them away. Another lady won these right here. She bought these 2 together and those 3 separate.
We sold these 2 bags for $13.17.
And we also sold this on eBay. It was this Caterpillar. After fees and everything, we sold it for $20.02.
We sold this CB radio for $15.23.
This pot sold, and I didn't even get to tell you about it yet. It actually has a lid, but the guy just messaged me as I was about to package it up and told me not to get it. But we bought this and this bag of figures for $8 total with Walking Dead and Arrow and some other characters. This just sold already within 6 hours of me listing it for a total of $17.66.
Then we have this pair of headphones, but they sold for $10.25. So, woo!
Yep, so that's what we got today, and I'm going to go list these guys. I totally forgot to tell you how much we actually sold all that for. Total, it was $76.33, which means $38.33 is going to be going back into reselling, and $38 is going to go towards debt. So I spent $35 and I bought 5 pairs of shoes. I bought these right here. These are Nike. These are trash shoes. These are really cool. It's made out of like recycled plastic. And the name of them is literally this is trash. So I love that. That's a really cool shoe. I got these Nikes. These are pretty cool. I got these South Park shoes. There's a couple listed for $150, but mine's got some scuff marks. So I just threw them on there for $40, which is more than I paid for all of these. This is one of each of the new shoes that I bought. These are both size 13. A blue Pharrell Williams and a green Pharrell Williams Adidas shoe. I literally bought all these shoes for 35 bucks, and I listed every single one of them for more than 35 bucks. All right, today we sold 2 things. We sold this CB for $26.60. So this CB just sold. CB, these little CB things, the radios only, microphones, I guess, made a huge killing. We paid $6 for these, sold all of them for more than 20 bucks each. So definitely be on the lookout. This is a bolo for sure. And we sold these Hokas for $61.67. They're going out the door. That's 2 great sales for today, and we made over $80 off of 2 items, so I would take that any day. We made $88.27. We're gonna put $44.27 into reselling, and we're gonna put $44 towards our debt. Just got back from Goodwill and I picked up 3 Hercules plates. These things are really cool, vintage looking plates. They're going for like 10 bucks each online that I've noticed, or well, at least the first one is. And I bought some more of these because I'm about to run a Whatnot show tonight, and I just bought some more of these. So let's see if we can't make some money off of some Croc Charms. We're in a Whatnot with all of the Croc Charms. Nobody wanted them on Whatnot, so I'm going to list them on eBay. And I've got them separated in different piles here, and I'm going to sell each pile on its own.
We sold some Pharrell Williams Adidas. These are massive.
They are very large. I think they're 13s.
13 and a
But
half.
these sold for $29.21, which means we're going to put $15 towards debt, and we're going to put $14.21 back into reselling. All right, ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching. So far, up to this point in our first 10 episodes, we were able to pay off a total debt of
$838
of our debt, and that is crazy awesome because it's a slow process. I'm telling you, you can't just do it overnight, but we are definitely on our way. And once you start getting momentum, things start moving. We have a ton of inventory right now. Like if you look at the episode,
and looking back, we still have a lot of it.
Yeah, we still have a lot of it. We made some bad purchases. Like We still have a couple of those plates, like the main one sold and the other two we still have. We have several different things throughout this whole series that we've made bad purchases on.
And we're learning.
If we would have just put the money in on the major big products, we would be so much further along. So I highly recommend you looking at your comps. It was around this episode that I started looking at comps even.
We finally figured it out.
I was really just buying things that I thought were cool and that I thought would sell.
Unfortunately, things that we thought were cool
are still sitting in my shop out here.
So
so I highly recommend checking out your comps. We're going to be doing also spin-off videos on how to do certain things on eBay. So if you want to know how to check comps, comment that below and we'll be able to show you guys in a certain video. We'll just make our own spin-off video of how to do certain things on eBay so that we are letting you guys learn. Also, we are only taking what we actually make. Whenever I say this sold for $18.92, I'm not listing it on eBay for $18.92. It's sold for like $22, and after fees and shipping, $18.92 is what we profited. It is our take-home gross. Like, that is what we made.
Gross.
We actually made that money. So what you're hearing here isn't what these things are selling for. They're
like
actually,
the skillet sold for a lot of money, but eBay took their...
Yeah, it's sold for $325 and we got 270 something.
Yeah.
So they take their cuts, okay?
And shipping, of course.
Yeah.
So shipping and fees and everything,
Yeah.
what we're saying is what we actually made.
Right. So that is actually what we're doing on this channel. That's actually what we're making. We're doing this legit, okay?
And as we go along, we're starting to say the comps to you. We found this for this, and it usually goes for this. So kind of give you a little heads up about what we've learned. Shoes are great. Cameras are awesome.
Yeah.
That's what we figured out.
Yeah, so I'm really enjoying this. Thank you guys so much for being here again. We enjoy making this long form content, and like I said, these videos are not going to be like this every time. We have some normal videos. We got one more video that's like this to get you caught up from all of our TikTok series, and then we will jump into present day. Actually, it's a little bit behind, but we're getting there because we have 2 episodes already made that are completed. We're just trying to get everything caught up so that you guys can see everything, how we got there. We almost posted those straight up, and we just feel like it'd be random and know where to start. So we wanted to let people who just watch long form have a chance to see what we've done so far. So thank you guys so much for being here. We will see you in the next episode.